Welcome guys to the second part of the economy tutorial for no estate pro economy bread economy. When I say no estate, what I mean, I'm not sure if I said this on the last video, but what I mean is that we're playing exclusively during the 8 years of peace that we have inside our estate. We have other estates here. We're not going to be using any of them. We're going to be staying inside of our estate. Now, playing with estate would be what pros call playing with estate, basically. You can grab this estate, costs 100 honor, and you can grab it. We're not going to be doing that, so let's just keep it simple. Now, we ended on placing the houses. Wood is coming in. You have your market, you have all your setup, all real pretty and nice right here. So next thing you're gonna want to do is place the Lord's kitchen, guys. You're gonna place the Lord's kitchen. That's why you buy the 10 stone. Very important. A lot of our honor for further future promotions are gonna be coming from here. I like to place it right here in this position. The reason why we're placing the Lord's kitchen facing the keep is just so we can lock it with just 2 wood. This is why I do it. And the reason why we need to lock it, it's going to be explained in the future as the game progresses. So, but for now, just keep that in mind. And my recommendation, always place the Lord's Kitchen. You don't have to place it exactly like this. You can place it like whatever you want, but always on the other side, on the side opposite of the stockpile. So the stockpile is on the right side, Lord's Kitchen on the left, so on and so forth. Stockpile on the left, like here. Lord's Kitchen would be on the right side. So moving on, place the Lord's Kitchen. Now next thing you want to do is use the wood. You have to place 4 wheat farms. This is what I like to do. 4 wheat farms. We're going to be doing 4. Now why just 4? Because we're going to need the wood. We're going to be placing more wheat farms later on, but we need the wood to buy the food for the king, because we're going to be starting a feast. Now the feast, some stuff you need to understand about the feast. First thing is the amount of honor you get. Maximum amount of honor you get is related to the amount of foods that you're using and the size of your keep. In this case, our keep is the second largest keep. There's the bigger keep. I think everyone knows about it. It's the round towers, huge thing. Like, if you play the campaign, you see like Lord Barkley has it and the king has it too on the last missions. That's the biggest keep. I think it gives you more honor than this one. This one you get 150 at the most. So, and then there's the food that you can use on each feast. Now in this case, on our case, we're going to be doing 7 food of 2 food types. So we're going to be doing 7 of 2 of any of these food types, except grapes and wine. Grapes, because this is actually not a food that the king eats on the feast. This is just used to make the wine barrels. Now the wine barrels is what the king drinks, but the wine barrels are more expensive than any other food type. So we're not going to be buying that, neither grapes. We're going to be doing any combination of these 2, and it has to be 7 of 2 types of food. Doesn't work with 14 of 1 type, just to make that clear. Also, the reason why 7 is because 7 is the maximum amount of food that you can have on the feast. Maximum amount of the biggest feast you can make here, food-wise, is 7 of each food type. So 7, whatever this is, 7 ducks, 7 pigs, 7 vegetables, and 7 wines. This is the biggest feast. We're going to be doing those in the future, but for now we're going to be doing just 7 of 2 food types. We're going to be buying some pigs and some vegetables. And we're going to be doing that by selling wood. Now to buy 7 of each, you need 85 coin. So that's our coin. We're selling. We're going to keep selling this until we have 85. There we go. Buy 7. Now I'm gonna sell some apples because we have a lot. So yeah, you can sell apples and you can sell wood, whichever one you have the most of. I sold apples because we had a lot, And oh yeah, I forgot. After you do all this, or even better, before you do it all this, as soon as you finish placing the kitchen and the wheat farms, you should have your granary on +8. We're doing that to get happiness, and we're not gonna be needing more honor from the granary for now. All we need is just the happiness. So yeah, double rations. So we could have done this before, like as soon as we promoted, we could have actually got it +8, but I forgot. So just telling you now, it's not a big deal if you do it like right now or a couple of seconds before. Not a big deal at all. So keep going here. Next step, after you buy the food, you're gonna see that in this map where it's May 1083. Now for grasslands and battle arenas and some other map, I think it's chiller map. It's called whatever. You're gonna want to start the feast at May or June at the most. Now this is like the best you can get. Middle of May, end of May, or beginning of June. This is the best. If you're able to start the feast at these times, it's the best times. If you can't, it's not a big deal again. But I'm doing this as a simple video. It's a simple strategy, but it's a very strong and effective if you follow it like step by step. So to start the feast, and now it comes to the reason why we place the king over here. It's because the feast, while you're buying the food, if your king is like doing his stuff over here, let me just show you guys. If you select the king and you click here, return log to civilian duties, or here, which is basically the same button. Okay, it does the same thing, just on two different places. You can click here or here. The Lord will on both buttons. The Lord is going to go back to do whatever the Lord does. And one of the things he does is starting feasts with whatever food is available. So the reason why I place it here is because if we're controlling the Lord, basically if we make him move to anywhere, if we're controlling him directly, he cannot start feasts. And you don't want him to start feasts without our control, the first feast at least. Because while you're buying the food, if the Lord is over here, like doing his thing, the feast may start before you buy the 7 of each food, and that would be bad. That would be bad. Let's just leave it at that. It would be bad. You want to avoid that. That's why we place the Lord over here. So so now after you buy the food, we clicked here. The reason why we click here is because we want the Lord to start the feast, right? So we're gonna be clicking here until the Lord starts the feast. So keep clicking. Oh, there you go. Start the feast. Now once the feast started, keep placing the farms. The farms, you want to be placing them on this position. This is the optimal position for me. That is. I'm not sure if the best. Oh, it is the best. It is the best. Just forget what I said and just place the wheat farms. So you're gonna want to place 2 rows of 8, 2 rows of 9 if possible. But in this case we can't because of some trees, so I'm just gonna place the other wheat farm here, and the other one, not gonna place it there. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just gonna leave it like that. So next thing after the wheat farms is placing more houses. We're gonna finish placing our houses, guys. Place I think 6 more houses. So 6 at the start. Place the wheat farms, buy the food, do the feast. 6 more houses. Now here is the reason why I place the kitchen like this. As you guys can see, like these 2 dudes over here, they take the food to the king, but they also do one other thing that we're gonna need them to do. Matter of fact, we don't even want them to move the food to the king anymore. It doesn't affect the amount of honor we have, so we're just gonna lock this up. The reason why is because they're not gonna be able to come back, which means they're not gonna be able to pick up more food for the king when their feast's going on. All they're gonna be able to do in the future is move cloth. We're gonna buy cloth, the blue cloth. We can't buy it right now, I don't think. We can. Yeah, it's gonna move cloth from here to the queen's chamber, which we're gonna place over here. It's gonna be moving cloth from here to the queen's chamber. So so yeah, that's what you want these two dudes to do. Move cloth from the stockpile to the queen's chamber, because the queen is gonna use the cloth to make dresses, and then once she makes, I think it's 4 or 5 dresses, she goes and she dances. She makes a party over here inside the keep, and the party gives you a ton of honor, which is what we're looking for. Gonna be looking for in the future. So keep going here. Want to place the mills now. After you place the wheat farms. So the mill placement, I'm gonna give you guys a very like simple way to have a better mill placement. It's not the mill placement that I use, but I do believe it is considered to be the best, which is basically having the wings of the mills facing the stockpile. It's a very simple way to remember. So the wings are not facing the stockpile in this case. You're not facing the stockpile, not facing the stockpile, facing the stockpile. So this is right. So one more. We just keep going, wait for the wood to come. One more. There we go. I think, yeah. I think I've misplaced the stockpile. The stockpile is just a touch too close from the granary, maybe. Yeah, it's possible, but it doesn't matter. Not a big deal again, as I said. So place the mills, guys, and after you've placed the mills, let me just, yeah. So, yeah, okay. So mills have been placed. Now we just wait for the things here, and now we're gonna be placing also the bakeries. Now the bakery placement is very intuitive. What you want to do with the bakeries, guys, is very simple. You want to have the door of the bakery as close to the facing the stockpile and the granary. Basically that's what you want. So the door facing it for optimal like bread production. It's gonna be the best, like the least amount of space the bakers will have to travel if the doors are like facing it, right? So the doors, if I were to place a bakery more or less say over here, now this door placement, it's bad. It's probably the worst. What do you want? So maybe the door over here. Well, you can say it. Well, it's a little bit better already. You know, the baker, he's gonna have to travel a little bit less, and here's bad. This is a little bit better as well, but this one is the best for sure. The door is facing the stockpile and the granary. It's as close as it gets. It's great. Great placement. So that's what you want. Now next, what we want here is one more farm and some more bakeries. Now I'm gonna be talking about now is the ratio, guys. The amount of farms you have to have, the amount of mills you have to have, and the amount of bakeries you have to have, bakeries, to keep a perfect ratio of like flour and wheat on your stockpile. So you want to have like always very little wheat and always very little flour, but never zero. You always want to have some. Now what's the ratio? The perfect ratio for 104, the ratio that I use, is 18 wheat farms, 6 mills, and 36 bakeries. I have tested this many times. This ratio is, for me, it works perfectly, and so it is what I would be recommending for you guys as well. So just keep placing those bakeries, guys. Keep placing them. Now the stockpile is a little bit misplaced. I could have placed it a little bit further away, but I didn't. But it's okay, no big deal. As you can see, like the two guys, they got locked into place because they can't come back, so they just glitched inside the keep. That's more or less what you want to have happen. Now the bakers are coming, and all is right in the world. Now another thing you can do now is also place the gong pit to remove the gong, obviously. Another way to remove the gong, which is very efficient, which is what I would suggest you to do at the start. If you forget to place the gong pit, just place a building on top of it. The gong goes away, and delete it. Done. I like to place the woodcutter because it's cheap and very easy to place anywhere, pretty much. So you can delete almost any gong. So the position of the gong guy has to be more or less centralized because he has very few range. So you have to put him in a central position so he can reach like any part of your castle. So flour is being produced now. Bakers are starting to make bread. Now, as soon as they start, or as soon as you start placing the bakeries, you can slowly start to delete the the apple farms and stuff, and start replacing them with bakeries. Now, guys, as you can see, we have 100 happiness over here. Now, one thing you can do is sell some wood. Okay, sell some wood, buy 10 stone, and put the treasury. Now, the treasury, guys, you're gonna have it on -8 once you have 100 happiness. Now, you do not have to do this. This is a minor detail. Usually I wouldn't even tell you to do it on this video because it's supposed to be a very chill gameplay. However, you're gonna have to do this like at one point or another. So between telling you guys in the future versus in the optimal time, I'd rather just tell you guys right now. So yeah, once you reach 100 happiness, treasury on -8, you sell the wood. Now, since the baker already started to making bread, you can actually go ahead and just delete all of the apple farms. Now, we're gonna get into another part here, which is the rest of the placement of your bakeries, guys. How you're gonna want the bakeries to be placed. Now, here the optimal placement would be 2 rows, right? 2 rows of bakeries right in front of the stockpile. The reason why they're right here is because they create a hallway of, let's just say, a hallway where the bakers are gonna go to the stockpiling granary to deliver. So it's a straight line. It's very fast, right? The doors, they're facing they're at their optimal placement. Now, another placement that is still valid for this hallway is having the doors facing forward. It doesn't make a big difference. I just personally prefer the bakeries facing the side here, so the bakers, they just get out and go in a straight line. And right here they kind of have to wiggle a little bit to the right to dodge the bakery and go, but as I said, minor detail, no need to worry about that. Keep placing the bakeries until you have 36. We deleted the apple farms because we saw that there's already bread being made, so bread is to reach the granary very soon. So let's just keep placing it until we have 36. Actually, we should have, as I said, 6 mills instead of 4. Now, the mill placement here, optimal, would be here. However, I'm not going to be placing the mill here, I believe, because I think... No, actually I am. Because I do believe, I'm not sure that the Queen's Chamber is going to fit here, but what I'm going to do actually is going to delete this gong pit here, guys. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it over here. It's not the best placement actually. I think though. Right here. So we're going to have the gong pit over here. I think the Queen's Chamber is going to fit like a charm right over here, which is what we want. So yeah, now we keep placing the bakeries, guys, and we finish placing the mills, of course. Now the mills should obviously come first before the bakeries, because, well, you need the flour first. Obviously, you can't make the bread without the flour, and we have a lot of wheat inside the stockpile, so mills start working. We got all of our farms, all of our mills, and now all that's left is for us to place the bakeries, guys. Let's get to 36. We have, I think, 15, so let's keep going. Can delete those things as well because we're not gonna need it. And yeah, that's it. That's all the bakeries we did. 36. Let's just delete this gongs here. Also, guys, just an advice: if you have any gongs spawning over here at the door of the stockpile, I would highly suggest you to delete wheat farms and deleting the gong if the gong pit is not fast enough. I was kind of late with the gong pit placement in this game because I was focused on other stuff. But over here is like not a big deal. Gong guy is gonna pick it up, but just to demonstrate, you just delete the wheat farm, place the whatever building on top of it, delete it, replace. Simple as that. And if the gong is, as I said, on the doorway here, it's gonna kill like many of the workers, and it's gonna be a little bit bad. So I would suggest you to delete 2 wheat farms or 1 or whatever, how many you need to delete the gong, and then replace it. And then the bake replacement, let's go back to it. The reason why I didn't do a square, like I could have placed, say, more bakeries over here and then like a big square, is because this is better. This works better. It's like kind of like a spaceship or a pyramid kind of bakery replacement, as you can see. Like, so this is what you want. This is what I like, is 2 rows of 4 here, and then just rest of them over here and some on the right side, and yeah, just like so. And always remember, guys, the door like as close to this point here as possible. So in this case the door is over here, in this case the door is over here, and in this case the door is right over here, and in this case the door is right over there. So it's pretty intuitive. It's a way for you guys to never forget what you have to do. So once this is all done, make sure to have granary on +8. Now we can just delete the houses and replace them on the natural place they're gonna stay for the rest of the game, which is right here. We just got like the honor from the feast, as you guys could see. Like, we just promoted. Sorry, we didn't not promote. We just got the honor. I'm just gonna wrap this part up before I start the next video. Before the next video, of course. This is the placement for the houses, right behind the large kitchen. You're gonna use it as a wall. The reason why is for optimal, I would say, let's just say, defeat of the criminal guys you're gonna have inside your keep, inside your base. My English is a little bit poor sometimes with words because I'm not from United States. I'm from Brazil, so my English sometimes get a little bit messy. But hopefully everything is clear enough. I hope it's clear enough for you guys to understand. So I'm gonna get more into this as soon as I promote. I'm not gonna be promoting right now. After you place the houses, you can also, guys, and this is very important, place a gate right over here towards where the Queen's Chamber is going to be. And then you just surround your keep. And this is important. And the reason why is going to be explained in the next video. We are, however, going to make one promotion. Because in this promotion, the promotion to Squire, the only thing you're going to do is place the Falconer's post. That's the only thing you're going to do, so he kills the rats on your estate. That's the only thing you're doing. And then we're promoting to Knight on the next video. Guys, I hope everything's clear. By the time you become a Knight, you should already have all of your setup, your Brad setup, done. This is the setup you're gonna have for the rest of the game, guys, until the peacetime ends and until the fighting starts and ends. This is the setup. We're not gonna touch anything anymore. This is it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope everything is clear enough for you guys to understand, and we'll be getting into the next video soon. See you guys. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and do whatever YouTubers tell you to do these days. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard this 1,000 times over again. So yeah. to the next one.